with that, we welcome you in to Collision Course, live here on the EIF Network. We are getting set. I'm your host, EIF owner Carney. We've got 6 matches. We've got 5 championships, but before any of them are defended, the Battle for Glory All-Stars Tournament finale. The tournament has been in progress since Airbound on the 25th of April, and now nearly 2 months later, we get a conclusion to that event. The following contest is the finale to the EIF 2015 Battle for Glory All-Stars Tournament. Introducing first on his way to the ring from Battle Creek, Michigan, he is the number 2 overall seed. This is Hollywood. Well, I guess a baseball bat is not a good sign to start out match 1. It is normal rules for the first 2 matches. Guys, this is a best of 7 series. The BFG coming to an end tonight. Well, you should have had it on the guy when you needed it. Anyway. Oh well, Rallick with a baseball bat. Good start. Kick him out of the party. Kick Hybrid out. Sorry about that brief interruption. And now back for the second entrance. Introducing his opponent from West Virginia. He is the number 1 overall seed in this year's Battle for Glory All-Stars Tournament. This is Deathlock. Deathlock, an opportunity to be the 3rd superstar in a row, for the 3rd year in a row at the number 1 seed to win the Battle for Glory All-Stars Tournament. Standing in his way is Rallick. These two made their careers on Superstardom. They shift over to ED for the BFG, and they have done absolutely phenomenal up until this point, and we're going to find out which superstar is the better man. The BFG finale is just about to be underway. Now, for those of you that, again, are not familiar with the Battle for Glory finale style or the way that the series works, this is a best of 7 with the first superstar to score 4 victories over the opponent declared the victor, and of course the BFG champion. That means this could last as long as 4 matches or as many as 7 matches. The first 2 matches are going to be normal rules with disqualification on and a network error occurring. The 3rd and 4th match will be extreme rules. Now, of course, if we have to go and exceed a 4th match, that 5th match will end up being a first superstar to hit 5 finishers on their opponent, as we've seen in previous rounds. The 6th match, if necessary, will be a Hell in a Cell, something we saw in match 3 as the tiebreaker or rubber match to the Battle for Glory quarterfinals. If a 7th and final match is needed to determine the winner if both superstars tie at 3, it'll be a 20-minute finisher count match, giving each competitor 20 minutes to hit as many finishers as they can on their opponent before the time limit expires. Finishers must complete within the 20-minute time limit, and at the end of that time, the person with the most finishers hit wins the match and would be declared the Battle for Glory All-Stars Tournament champion. The invite has been sent. Both Deathlock and Rallick should be on their way. Again, these superstars prepared as much as they could at this point. There's no going back now. A lot of people feel right now that Deathlock was actually preparing more than Rallick. We did see Deathlock on a lot more than Rallick today, and of course, things outside of the game world can always affect those things, so should be interesting to see how this all plays out in favor of whom. And Deathlock is the number 1 seed, but there's been a lot of criticism as Rallick may have just left the game session. Not sure what happened there. We'll send another invite. Rallick, you've left the game session. Oh, really? It said you were in there for me. Good start. Just go ahead and leave the multiplayer from the party. There's the invite for Ratluck. And again, by the way, just for people to get some clarification on here, there will only be those opening entrances you saw for these two competitors in their match, although obviously it is going to guarantee, regardless of the series end, guarantee to extend beyond just one match. We'll just continue to hit rematch or proceeding to a lobby and changing the stipulation for these guys. Ratluck is now in the game. Ratluck and Deathlock one-on-one. A lot of people feel, though, that Ratluck does have the edge because there is a difference between these two superstars when it comes to their successes. Both men, again, as I've said before, yes, they got big through what we saw of them in superstardom, but Ratluck's been a main eventer longer than Deathlock, okay? And that started last year, and on top of it, Ratluck's won the Undisputed World Championship. That's an accolade Deathlock cannot say he has. And so that could really be a big part of this matchup, and we're going to see how much that's going to take into effect. Deathlock, a lot of people felt, did not have the skill on ED. A lot of people criticized why he was given the #1 spot, saying, listen, yeah, this guy's good. He's got good stuff, but it's a superstardom aspect, and he can't bring that to the ED level. I think Deathlock's proved a lot of naysayers wrong, because regardless of what happens here, Deathlock has made it to the finals of this tournament. He's fought through tooth and nail to get where he's at today, and Ratluck certainly can't be denied that accolade of credibility either. For both these superstars, it is their first final appearance in the Battle for Glory All-Stars tournament. Ratluck was a semifinalist last year. Deathlock in his first ever Battle for Glory All-Stars tournament. This is Ratluck's third overall. Went from the quarterfinals to the semifinals and now to the big league ending. So Ratluck, again, experience on the side of the #2 seed. A quick load, which is a great way to start this, hopefully. And now they wait. Back up, guys. I like the connection to this. Pretty crystal, if you ask me. Let's get top right and bottom left, please. And here we go. Ratluck, are you ready? Deathlock, are you ready? Let the Battle for Glory Finals and Collision Course Night of Champions start now. Ding, ding, ding. And we, just like that, are underway live on pay-per-view. Ratluck off the ropes, gets caught with a spine buster, and Deathlock is on the board first. Deathlock with a jab to the legs as people begin to continue to file in their Twitch TV seats. Getting ready for this match, the first of many here on Collision Course Night of Champions here tonight. Ratluck dragging Deathlock away from the ropes. A smart move knowing the rope break is on in these first two stipulations, and a smart move from referee giving Ratluck the cold shoulder. Deathlock with a big boot, extending that right leg to chest level of the Hollywood movie star. Drop kick misses. Deathlock been known as arguably the most entertaining, and many people won't even argue it. Deathlock has been the most entertaining superstar, it seems, in EIF thus far this year. A lot of people feel he could contest it with a superstar such as Brutality even, who a lot of people feel going into the year would not have been given that accolade. Ratluck picking up Deathlock. A running clothesline is Saul by the #1 overall seed. He returns with a DDT, and it's Russian leg swept away from Ratluck. Ratluck stands over his opponent. Clothesline from behind, and Deathlock with an elbow to the face. By being in the BFG, both these guys were sort of a championship scene for some time, but what an opportunity and what an unbelievable way to kick off Collision Course year after year as the Battle for Glory All-Stars tournament. You look at how far this tournament's came in EIF history, and hard to believe back in 2012, this was a one-shot, hey, let's try it, let's do something different, and it's became one of the most attractable events, it seems, to come in and year out for EIF. Deathlock reverse Russian leg sweep connects for Ratluck. And now Ratluck's going to ascend to the middle rope. Diving body splash from the middle rope connects. Deathlock in some discomfort. Momentum lead currently in favor of Ratluck. Drop kick reversal. Deathlock goes for a jab. Ratluck gets a right forearm to the face. Big boot connects for Ratluck. Deathlock goes down and now is drugged toward the center. Ground grapple reversal for Deathlock. Ratluck, dropkick elevation miss. Deathlock gets him with a single leg lariat, just enough to clip Ratluck and send him down. Ratluck getting up, but not before Deathlock can headbutt the challenger. Deathlock off the rope from one side to the other. A body splash connects. A lot of people having some mixed reactions on who they want to win this match, whether it be Deathlock or Ratluck. It's going to be tough to say. Now, these are two of EIF's, I guess you could call, fan favorite superstars. Not what we've seen in past BFG history where there's a heel and a face in normally all three series. Deathlock reverses Ratluck, and in the corner he goes. Ratluck with an elbow as he detected Deathlock's movement. Looks for the right foot. Reverse. Famouser connects for Deathlock in a running motion. He's got the signature. And this normal rules, weapons not allowed for matches 1 and 2 between these two competitors. Deathlock from behind. Now what's this? Glam Slam, or a modified version of it at least. Deathlock picks up Ratluck, drop kick misses. Ratluck sideswiped it and goes for a big boot of his own. You're seeing a lot of similar movesets and the motions that these guys have been using against one another. That's something you are going to typically see in the Battle for Glory, especially in the finale, as Deathlock backs up, realizing a rule break could have been in motion. Ratluck running, single leg lariat after he stutter steps to take the extra leg on Deathlock. Speaking of leg, there's another foot. Ratluck's drop kick, great precision, it does connect. Another drop kick, Deathlock saw it coming. Deathlock perhaps one move away from a finisher. That drop kick got it for him, and Deathlock has an opportunity, and Ratluck will hightail it out of there. Ratluck with one taunt. Deathlock with one taunt. Ratluck with two taunts, and oh, Deathlock! We haven't seen this before. Deathlock is mocking Ratluck. 4 taunts for each superstar now, and they have 1 allowed left. Ratluck going to hold on to it because he got the finisher out of it. Ratluck in the ring. Deathlock gets hit with the right hand. And Ratluck, scoop and slam. Down goes Deathlock. Ring escape he goes, and now, wow, I mean, the repetition from these guys. And Ratluck then realizes it's time to take to the skies. Over the top rope, sent onto the outside, and Ratluck going for some more, and Deathlock saw it coming. Deathlock has been great at a second reaction. Those first impression moves from Ratluck haven't made their way more than once on a number of occasions here. Deathlock's really doing a good job of reading his current opponent. And Ratluck, well, okay, now Ratluck can't get, oh my gosh, Deathlock to the outside on the steel steps. Deathlock holding Ratluck's leg there, but Deathlock to the over the top rope and out onto the steps. And Ratluck was at risk of getting disqualified either way, though I don't think Deathlock wants to win it that way. Ratluck getting up and picking up steps. Ratluck walking around with them before deciding to throw them in the ring, and just enough to stun Deathlock, who grapples. Ratluck gets him. I think he's groggy. A right hand takes Ratluck down into the outside. Goes number 2 overall seed. The only number 2 seed to ever advance into the finals in the previous 3 BFG installments was Tony Vinn at number 2 in the 2013 BFG, where he got swept by Brutality in 4 games. A lot of people look back at the table match as that make or break, and a lot of times in these best of 7s you will see a certain match be a must-win for one, even when it's not an elimination match, and the impact it can play on the guys. Deathlock with the finisher! Deathlock hit the finisher, and now the referee is trying to get up. Deathlock with the finisher. Referee has the pin. Wait a minute, look at Ratluck's right hand. Ratluck's right hand was under the rope. He got the shoulder up after being allowed enough time, but I mean, Ratluck's hand was under the rope. There should have been a call there. Zigzag from behind, and Deathlock must retaliate. He needs to find a response. The referee was down, and Ratluck attacked the referee right before Deathlock got that finisher. That could be a huge advantage, and you could look back at that as what may have decided this match here in the opening frame of 7. The steps are resulting as the barrier separating these two, and then the Famouser as Ratluck strolls around them. With finisher in hand, Ratluck with an opportunity to end match 1, and he goes for the clothesline instead. Stomp on the butt is reversed. A keister kick, I guess you could call it. There's a single leg lariat. Ratluck in polka dots representing the late great Dusty Rhodes American Dream, and maybe Ratluck fulfills his dream of being a BFG champion tonight. It's one of the only achievements and accomplishments he hasn't had in this league, as he looks like he has a modified camel clutch on. Deathlock getting up. Ratluck backing up. Good match between these two so far. Deathlock running single leg lariat connected. I don't know how, and Ratluck uses ring escape too. Just so everybody knows, the taunts and ring escapes do reset per each match. These matches are all counted as individual matches as part of a series, and Ratluck dove in the ring. A lot of courage on Deathlock's part to just stand there and allow himself the guaranteed reversal. Deathlock running Bulldog signature. Deathlock with the signature. Both men yet again with finishers. Can Deathlock hit another elbow? No! He goes for the sweet chin instead. A super kick rocking the jaw of Ratluck. Hooks the leg, shoulders down. 2. Deathlock wins match 1. And a very entertaining first match. The Superstars will hit rematch as match 2. Yet another normal match will be underway. Again, the last 2 series have resulted in sweeps. Deathlock, a guy who, although is the upper seed, he's a guy who hasn't been given a lot of credit throughout his time here with EIF, especially in ED, and he has an opportunity right now to beat Ratluck and take advantage in this. Again, these Superstars will be pressing rematch. And we are loading. And the bar has flashed. Well, I have to say, thus far, although this is early going, I've been pleased with what our loading bar has shown. Match 2 is yet again a normal rules. Match 3 will be extreme. Ratluck has to get the split here, although of course, it's not an absolute mandatory, but Ratluck would love to get that 1-1 split heading in to the third match, just to not only guarantee that we won't see a sweep, but also to just get himself on the board. In previous BFGs, as I've said, through 3, we've seen the 2013 and 14 end in sweeps. The 2012 inaugural Battle for Glory All-Stars tournament went to Game 7. All 3 of those tournaments were won by brutality. This one will not be. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. All right, Deathlock just trying to get his target locked on. Not trying to push anything. All right, Deathlock, game 2. Are you ready? Ratluck, are you ready? Ding, ding, ding. Match 2 underway. Deathlock and Ratluck switch corners to start this one off. And Ratluck goes for the first move. Last time, it was a spine buster for Deathlock to get on the board. This time, it's just a regular reversal to get him in the percentage column. Ratluck with a ground grapple reversal. Again, Deathlock leads this series now 1-0. He won the first match via a super kick. Ratluck gets drop kicked. Happy to see happy to see our viewers finally go into double digits tonight. Surprised that it took this long. Thank you for joining in here on the EIF Network. You're watching Collision Course live on pay-per-view, the EIF Night of Champions event on the Xbox One. This is the Battle for Glory All-Stars Tournament finale. Big boot to Deathlock. Deathlock hit on the calf. Ratluck, headlock, Deathlock with a reversal. And now Deathlock heading up to the top in a corner that probably wasn't his best idea. Let's see. Oh, wow, no. Deathlock was able to get it off. Deathlock, the Jack Swagger diving move. Chest to chest they meet, but Deathlock in a good advantage thus far. Ground grapple reversal for Ratluck to Deathlock. Uppercut, it's chopped away from Deathlock. He's reversed. Ratluck, shoulders down, hooks him over, could be disqualification win. It is not. And reverse DDT takedown connects for Rat. Deathlock avoids one, but then gets caught with the leg lariat. Ratluck, clothesline from behind. Deathlock meets him with an elbow. Dropkick connects, and Ratluck's down. I don't know if it's Deathlock or not. Somebody's mic. Maybe there's some outside interference from what we're hearing here in the party. Deathlock picked up from behind, standing against his Ratluck. Headlock locked in. And throwing Deathlock chest first into that canvas. What elevation he got on that. There's a modified camel clutch, but he's got the face lock, I noticed, as opposed to the camel clutch you'd normally wrench back on the vertebrae and neck area. But you see Ratluck Really was targeting the face there, just trying to blindside Deathlock, and a Famouser connects. Ratluck is the first to get a signature in this match, whereas Deathlock did in the first match. Jawbreaker connects for Deathlock. Big boot connects, and Ratluck goes down. Deathlock with a signature. Deathlock turns over Ratluck, now picks him up. Could he be looking for the Bulldog again? No, he goes for the clothesline. He'll get that anyway. Deathlock picks up Ratluck. Running at him, they play bumper cars. Dropkick connects for Rat. Deathlock picked up. Ratluck with a big boot. And Deathlock picked up once more. Ratluck running zigzag from behind connects. And he begins to complain. One taunt. He's got a finisher. Ratluck with an opportunity to make it 1-1 and guarantee us no sweep. Clothesline from behind connects. And Deathlock to the outside, and Ratluck, unbelievable reach with that diving move over the top rope senton, and Deathlock is down. Deathlock picked up. Ratluck zigzagged from behind. Now, is this an advantage or disadvantage for Ratluck? I'm not sure if the outside is a comfort zone or danger zone, and he goes into the inside, and obviously showing a preference in between the squared circles ropes and a second taunt. Deathlock now crawling up the ramp. Ratluck's going to go for this third taunt. Deathlock's going to get one. Again, a 5-taunt match maximum. 3-2 favor of Ratluck. Is Deathlock going to even it up? He does. 3-3. Wait a minute, Ratluck rolling to the outside, but a very slow exit may give Deathlock the upper hand, and no, Ratluck turns it over into a single leg lariat. Deathlock picked up. Ratluck running clothesline connects, and Ratluck rolls in underneath the bottom rope. Deathlock, a lot of fatigue here. Not in a place where he'd like to be, I think. So he's crawling near that turn or to the ring post. Not using it to help himself up, but he is now up on his own. And Ratluck again to the outside, sacrificing his own body. And Ratluck has definitely got the extra leg up on Deathlock here. Both men have done 3 taunts. They are allowed 2 more each. Deathlock getting up. And he rolls in underneath the bottom rope where Ratluck is reversed. Irish whip into the corner. Here goes Deathlock. He'll back up and go to the outside. Ratluck probably going to follow him out. Oh! I don't know how Ratluck kept in. Deathlock begins to make a mockery of Ratluck to take a lead in taunts 4-3 as he has a lead in this series 1-0. Ratluck diving into the ring to get a signature on top of a finisher, which he switches over to. Ratluck's waking up Deathlock. This could be the tying blow. And instead, a disrespectful slap. And, you know, these guys are supposed to be friends outside of EIF, but, I mean, Ratluck just, and again he does it. And now Deathlock's, yes, he does have a signature, and Ratluck with his 4th taunt, it's going to get him 2 finishers total, but, I mean, Deathlock's been more one side of a loss here. I mean, Ratluck's really been in the driver's seat for a vast majority of Game 2. Kick to the midsection. Oh, wait a minute. Deathlock says no more to that. 1 finisher in hand for Deathlock. Is it enough? It is not. 3 finishers in hand for Ratluck along with a signature, and now Deathlock must defend. This is not comfortable territory if you're Deathlock. Drop kick again for Ratluck. I believe you've done 2 in this match. Ratluck goes for the finisher. Deathlock reversed it. Deathlock reversed the finisher. Ratluck still with 3, though. You guys saw the momentum. And now Ratluck has it. Ratluck walking over to Deathlock to get it. The bionic elbows. 4 of them. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Ratluck evens it up. It's 1-1. Guaranteed of no sweep. A no sweep guarantee just through 2 matches. Now we'll proceed to lobby as this match and this series begin to get extreme. So we are at least going to a 5th game. Guys, just so you know, you might have to hit the back button and then A to proceed to the lobby. There we go. All right. So we are getting set here for match 3. Again, this is Extreme Rules. And yet again, the bar flashes. This is crazy. And now there's a little bit, obviously, you viewers can't hear right now, but a little bit of trash talk going on between the competitors. This is where, I mean, this is, you get into these interesting matches now where a lot of times what we'll see in BFGs is what Ratluck did not do, and fortunately for him, because a lot of times what we see is when a 2-0 lead is taking place, or even a 3-0 lead in the finals, people tend to give up. And that's where, you know, the match can almost end before the tournament itself has ended. And here's the reality. I mean, and this is an expression used in a multitude of sports, movies, anything. It is not over until it's over. One of these superstars has to beat the other one a total of 4 times. And until that happens, this is not over. Ratluck is in this. Deathlock is in this. Even if somehow one of them gets a 3-1 series chokehold, as it's referred to often, that does not mean the end of this series. This, however, is going to be the beginning of match 3. Ratluck, are you ready? Deathlock, are you ready? Ding, ding, ding. Match 3, Extreme Rules. And now Ratluck zigzagged from behind to the referee. That's what helped him kick out of the first of 2 finishers he was hit with as match 1. It ultimately didn't provide the answer. So match 3, which you're seeing right now, is Extreme Rules. Match 4 will be as well. Weapons have been a huge part of the Battle for Glory through round 2 and 3. So here in the 4th and final round to see what kind of effect, if any, they do play here. Now these are 2 skilled EIF main eventers. So, sometimes they don't revert to weapons. We saw Ratluck bring in the steel steps in a previous match, but that wasn't really to use them merely to just give him a little bit of a leadway. And Ratluck with a ground grapple reversal. Ratluck running, misses the leg lariat. Deathlock just stands stoic until Ratluck meets him with it the second time around. Ground grapple reversal for Deathlock. Drop kick connects. Deathlock picking up Ratluck. Right back kick. Misses, but the jab. Oh, man. Deathlock showing a little bit of that Philly Brawler style southpaw, but Ratluck takes him down. Of course, not from the area. Deathlock, a West Virginia native, as Ratluck hails from the great state of Michigan. Deathlock ground grapple reversal. Running leg lariat connects for Deathlock. Ratluck I thought Deathlock was going to be dragging Ratluck away from the ropes. You saw he didn't really go for much of a stretch there. I think maybe he changed his mind on what kind of strategy he'd been approaching here, as that ground grapple is averted from Ratluck, who connects with a right hand to put Deathlock in the corner. Goes for another right. Deathlock with a right forearm to counter. And these two have hung in the matches with each other through the first 2, and this one seems to be very similar. Deathlock, as I said, Deathlock did have a chance, and you go back to that finisher reversal he had in the second match. It really looked like there was a good chance, but Ratluck just had so much momentum because, keep in mind, prior to that finisher reversal, Ratluck got one on Deathlock, so, that took a huge role into why Ratluck escaped with the victory in our last match. Jawbreaker reverse for Deathlock. Goes for the booty, gets it the second time around after missing on 1. Signature in hand. Now Deathlock is taken perhaps the biggest momentum gap we've seen in the series thus far, although Ratluck seems to be closing in on that one rapidly. Running leg lariat again for Rat. Ground grapple reversal. Ratluck runs towards Deathlock. Now Irish whip. Deathlock faces to the turnbuckle. And what's this? I guess you can get extreme. Deathlock goes shoulder first into the ring post, and Ratluck looks to do more damage. He gets reversed, but Deathlock does not. Or Deathlock does, rather. He's German suplex into that corner. Ratluck rallying behind the momentum. Now he's taking the lead in it. Deathlock looks to change it. Ratluck says no. A slap attempted. Deathlock allowed it twice in the last match. He will not take that disrespect once more. Ratluck is a taunt away from a finisher, but I think he's going to go for the strike to get it. He doesn't get it the first time. He does the second time, and will be warned about doing the leg lariat for a couple of minutes here in match 3. Ratluck picking up Deathlock. Reverse. Deathlock puts Rowlock on the apron. Deathlock backs up, goes for the right hand, misses. Rowlock diving into the ring, and he's not home. Deathlock looks for the jab. Rowlock with a right hand reversal. And Deathlock, reverse, Russian leg sweep connects for Rowlock. And again, I mean, you're talking, two guys that, as I said prior to this, although Deathlock has not won the world title, he's got the experience. I mean, this guy knows what he's doing. So it should be very interesting to see if he can do it here, though. Again, the experience is in favor of Rowlock, although he is the number 2 overall seed as opposed to Deathlock, who's at 1 top seed. Both these superstars again tied 1 game per superstar. First match won by Deathlock, the last one by Rat. Deathlock to the outside. Rowlock gonna dive again, he gets him. This diving move for Rowlock has really been a huge help. I mean, if you point to the offense through 2 matches of play, Rowlock's ability to use this move, keeping Deathlock within ring territory, although Deathlock is on the outside, is a huge advantage for Rat. And I don't think Deathlock's going to give him the luxury again, although he bumps into Rowlock from behind and a headlock locked in for Deathlock. Rowlock averts it. Big boot connects. And Rowlock rolling in. Rowlock awaits. Both men with finishers. So it's going to be interesting to see, who can get that 2-1 series lead. That lead we could be about to find that out sooner than later. Both men, as I said, with finishers. Deathlock rolling in underneath the bottom row. Misses the leg lariat. Could be an opportunity. Rowlock got his finisher reversed. I don't know how Deathlock did it, but he was able to. Drop kick connects, although Rowlock could be looking to roll on the outside, and he does. I think Rowlock doesn't want to play the risk game. But he will play the crybaby game, and Deathlock is tired of this. I'll tell you what, Deathlock is not a guy who likes to run as much as Rowlock does, and I think what he's been tired of most is Rowlock running his mouth prior to this. Deathlock is infuriated, and what that rage can do, is it going to help or hurt? I believe 2. I'll get Brutality to double check. Brutality, how many taunts does Rowlock have left? He's watching on the stream. I'm right? Okay, thank you. Reclarified Rowlock with 2 taunts. Rowlock getting up. Back to both feet. 2 finishers, and Rowlock with 1 taunt left. Is that enough to get him a finisher, though, with that one? Yes, it is. Again, 5 taunts per match maximum. It can really help at times. And Rowlock maybe thinking extreme. Deathlock could be thinking the outside. Notice, Deathlock made a big mistake there, guys. If you saw match 1, he went to dive on the outside last time. Now he throws those steps in the ring. Let's see if these superstars do intend on the use of weaponry. Rowlock on the apron, jumps in. Deathlock with a finisher. Forget the weaponry. Forget it. Rowlock, I don't know what's going on here. Finally, Deathlock goes for the pin. Shoulders down. 1, 2, no! But Deathlock has one more finisher. Rowlock has to be cautious. Another one could be coming sooner than later. Deathlock hit it. Will he go for it yet again? He does. He gets it. The same move that stopped Rowlock from winning the first match could do him in the second. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 2-1 series lead for Deathlock. And so we will hit rematch to go to match 4. The Extreme Rules. You can see Deathlock. You can see on both knees there after being declared the winner of that third match. He's starting to feel it a little bit. This is where you can begin to get a little bit of that fatigue level setting in for Deathlock. And certainly these superstars are going to begin to feel the exhaustion of just going through these matches. Yes, obviously they're online matches. They get to restart. They get to regain or reestablish their health. but it's just not as simple as everybody wants to make it seem, especially when the pressure is on. And these guys aren't competing in for fun matches. This isn't a game of friendlies. This is for the Battle for Glory All-Stars tournament finale. The pressure is on. Everybody on the stream watching them, all the people in EIF knowing what's at stake between these two. That's a lot of hype to live up to for either of these competitors. This has been a very close series through 3 matches. So this is an important one, though. Deathlock does lead it 2-1. If Deathlock wins, we refer to it as a 3-0 or a 3-1 chokehold. And Deathlock can put Rallock on the brink of elimination with a win right now. Or Rallock can guarantee us to go to at least 6. We'll find out. The BFG finale has never ended in 5 or 6 games. Rallock back up a little bit. All right, Deathlock, are you ready? Rallock, are you ready? This is game 4. All right, ding, ding, ding. Extreme rules. Yes, it is. Extreme rules. So again, guys, Deathlock leads it 2-1. We do know there is a game 5 no matter what, or no matter, I should say, who wins this game 4. Game 5 is coming up immediately following this. The Superstars will hit rematch once more, as it will take place under the Extreme Rules stipulation, but it is a first to hit 5 finishers match. Deathlock goes for the stomp into the stomach, and Rallock says, belly-to-belly slam connects. Rallock with a boot. Rallock trailing in this series, and he does not want to get upset. I mean, Rallock is a BFG veteran now of 3 tournaments. Ton of Battle for Glory matches. And he knows, I mean, Rallock can use that experience factor, though. But as I said, when you looked earlier today, and if you guys were on, you were around the EIF arena tonight, you were, feeling that scene, and of course you get that vibe of just knowing today is pay-per-view day, it's pay-per-view night, it's EIF Network night. You know Deathlock was on more than Rallock. I mean, that is a fact, and that last-minute training can sometimes do so much and so many wonders for you as a superstar in this league, because a lot of times if you're going hot into that match, I mean, you got it. It doesn't matter if the other guy trained all week long. You just trained that day and he didn't. You might have the extra leg on him. That might be where Deathlock's at right now. Rallock did not have the amount of time to prepare that Deathlock had earlier today. Deathlock stomp to the chest is averted again. Rallock catches Deathlock this time. Good German suplex, as Deathlock is still in a much larger momentum lead. Rallock with a clothesline to the back of the head of Deathlock. Off the rope, here comes Rat. And body splash to the spine of Deathlock. He rolls him over. A victory pin? No. And that's just Rallock showboating, and you got to wonder if confidence is maybe, although Rallock trails in the series, I mean, this guy has never been shy from showing off his true self, and he's very cocky, very arrogant guy. And maybe that's all the movies, Hollywood playing games on Rallock. But I think Deathlock is not allowing Rat to get the sequel here tonight. Rallock thinks otherwise with a left hand to the forehead. Big boot connects. And Deathlock picked up. Rallock, Irish whip. Deathlock hanging on the apron loose. Rallock, jawbreaker, and Deathlock to the outside. And Rallock following up. I think he got the leg right across the throat of Deathlock while diving out this time. And Rallock again. Again, we talk about this. If you've been watching this series right now, and if you're tuning in just now, don't go away. I mean, we got still plenty of matches to go here on the Night of Champions Collision Course EIF pay-per-view here on the EIF Network. Don't forget, if you haven't done so already, make sure you follow the channel here at EIF Network. Over 800 views and over 90 followers. Want to make sure you're a part of those followers. Deathlock with 3, Rallock with 1. Oh, I'm sorry, Rallock with 3. My apologies. Now Deathlock with a spine buster once getting in the ring. Rallock picked up. Big boot connects for Deathlock. And Rallock yet again picked up. Deathlock running clothesline. Rallock avoids it. He's the first person to get a finisher in this match. Deathlock is catching up. Deathlock reversed. Rallock with a big boot again. Rallock from behind. Let's see what he does. He goes for the waist lock, and Deathlock tucks underneath that with a zigzag. Both men with finishers in hand. Ratluck scared. He's run out of the ring. Deathlock with a good old YI auto. 4 taunts each. Oh man, the pressure. I think the pressure is certainly more on for Ratluck as Deathlock yet again going to the outside. To dive on the steps, the amount of sacrifice and risk these two have taken in this series just to get one up or a leg up on the other is unbelievable. Deathlock again to the outside. Ratluck was crawling away. I think Deathlock actually took the brunt of that hit. Ratluck got up to his feet first. Deathlock quickly followed up though, and then dropped a leg over the head of Rat. This is the big boot. Right hand connects for Deathlock. These two fighting toward the corner. See if we can get a better camera angle of this one. Ratluck and Deathlock buried back in the corner. German suplex on the outside. Ratluck picks up Deathlock. Running clothesline misses. This is a safety net for both of these guys fighting in this corner. The pinfall has to take place inside the ring. And if you're Ratluck, I mean, you trail in this series 2-1, let's face it. Is that a big lead? Obviously not. The difference, though, between a 2-1 series lead and a 3-1 series lead is unbelievable. And it's very hard to come back from. Ratluck going in the ring. Nobody in BFG history has had a 3-1 series lead over the opponent in the finals. Deathlock circles around before deciding to re-enter, maybe. Yes, he does. Ratluck goes for the finisher and it got reversed. Deathlock with 3 in hand. Deathlock with an opportunity. Ratluck has not been as successful as Deathlock has in terms of finisher reversals. He has gotten a couple in this series, but Deathlock has an opportunity to make it 3-1. Here it is. Here it is. Finisher, finisher. Ratluck reversed it. Staying alive. Ratluck gets reversed. The desperation begins to show between these two competitors. Deathlock with an elbow. And I don't know. Hold on. That might be reviewed. That might have been a while. That was, I don't know. He walked away and then he walked towards him. I don't know if I like that one. Hold on. The play is under review. The play is under review. This is a production truck. All right, so we've just gotten word from our EIF producers right now, the production truck for the EIF network. That move that Deathlock did was of walking motion, but due to it being a very close call, Ratluck is given the free up. Deathlock may not pin off of the finisher he just hit. However, a free move is not entitled to Ratluck. The match will begin with a re-ringing of the bell. Ding, ding, ding. Sorry, I didn't want to do that to you, Deathlock. I don't like to let things stay controversial. So if you're Ratluck right now, wow, Ratluck, opportunity to take advantage, and he did. Bionic elbow finisher. Can Ratluck tie the series at 2? 1, 2, Ratluck did it. 2-2 series, and we go to 5. Rematch. All right, guys, make sure you hit rematch. Deathlock, what seems to be the issue? I don't know, man. I didn't know that you'd have to stand still to get stamina, man. I don't know. I mean, well, we do have past broadcasts, and obviously that match can be resurveyed through you. Again, the way that on the EIF network, when we get those kind of calls, the best thing we can do here on the network is just assess the situation with a great crew of guys with the so-called EIF Network's production truck, as I like to refer to it as. A lot of great guys in the back there, and the call was a very close one, people had said. All right, and so this match will be a first to hit 5 finishers match. Now, The winner of this will have the first opportunity to put their opponent on the brink of elimination in Hell in a Cell. All right, Deathlock, are you ready? Rallick, are you ready? All right, ready? Ding, ding, ding. So the first to hit 5 finishers, and these two have had trouble hitting more than one on each other in a match, so could be here for a while. That's okay, though. It's been a great series thus far through 4 games. Neither superstar has been able to put consecutive victories up on the board over the other, but again, it has been entertaining. I've enjoyed it. Hopefully you also have enjoyed it here on the EIF Network. Rallick reverse with the ground grapple avoided by Deathlock, and Rallick goes for the dropkick. Goes for it a second time. Will Deathlock try to take advantage? He will. Rallick very quick on that reversal. Ground grapple reversal for Deathlock. Deathlock misses the jab. Rallick does not with a forearm. I feel that these, the first of 5 finishers, and this is a very, I just feel that it can create a lot of not desperation, rather patience. And I think you'll see that in this match between these two competitors. Just patience is a virtue. People always say that's a cliche, but really with these two guys, and at the main event level too, I mean, you see if best of 5, say, and obviously all due respect to the X Division competitors, we're going to have a title match for that vacant belt now coming up later tonight, but, just that is more of a rushed, unpremeditated thought, where these guys, they are thinking ahead of time. They do know what they want to do, and they probably have already strategized just prior to the match. And what was one of the biggest advantages of this year's Battle for Glory All-Stars tournament finale that the other ones did not have is they had weeks to know ahead of time what the matches were going to be, what the stipulations were going to be. Deathlock teeing off with left hands. Oh! There's the right coming in to knock Ratluck down. From behind, Deathlock gets the pickup, looks for the clothesline and elbow to the face instead. Dropkick connects for Deathlock. Will Deathlock... Oh, wait, Deathlock's going up top. Ratluck's got to roll out of the way. Deathlock to the top rope, looking to fly, and he does! Deathlock over 30+% momentum lead. Ratluck accidentally attacked the referee. Deathlock with a signature. Ratluck will more than likely roll to the outside. Actually, he did not. Deathlock, I saw, was waiting. He was waiting, thinking Ratluck would do it. This is something that a lot of main eventers do. They fake out the opponent as Deathlock fakes a cover. But a lot of main event competitors do headbutt to the side of Ratluck. This is officially the biggest momentum lead we've seen in terms of differential. 149 to 68. Deathlock was literally a strike away from getting a finisher. Ratluck reverse. Can Deathlock get the move? He does. It was actually a reversal, but it worked out for him anyway. He picks up Rat. From behind, clothesline misses. The elbow connects instead. Looking for the slap. And Ratluck suplex. Wait a minute. Deathlock reverse. Overhead, and he gets the neck breaker. So first of 5 finishers. Oh my gosh, what distance! From Ratluck, from one side of the ring to the other. It's like a hangman's leg drop. I don't know what you would call that one. What hang time on that? I don't think Deathlock expected that. I mean, he had the right idea, I felt, of just waiting there, and I thought he was definitely going to outlast the reach of Ratluck. However, I guess this means Ratluck is starring in the next Fantastic Four movie as Mr. Fantastic. Sorry if you didn't catch that reference. Deathlock with a boot to the chest. Over the top rope. Or on the top rope, I should say. In the turnbuckle. Ratluck avoids him. Ratluck getting up. Deathlock clipped Rat and boots him off. To the outside is Ratluck, and to the outside, Deathlock follows. Normally, Deathlock will do that move painfully so on the steel steps, and this is the first of 5 finishers, but it is also under the Extreme Rules stipulation that we saw in matches 3 and 4, where each superstar was able to get one victory over the other. Ratlock to the outside. Ratlock made a comment, of course, unable to be heard on the stream, but he said, anything you can do, I can do better. Let's try not to do that. And these two have certainly been trying to top each other, though. There's no doubt about it. And even without weapons, I mean, this just goes to show how entertaining this can be in the Battle for Glory All-Stars tournament this year as Deathlock goes to the top rope and yet again with his diving Jack Swagger move. Although there's not a lot of different moves being hit, and you can just see, though, just the skill between these two and the fact that there's no clear-cut better man through 4 games with each superstar being able to win twice. Of course, Deathlock looks back at the potential call in the production truck as what was the breaker, the icebreaker of that last match. Forearm to the face, though. Deathlock just trying to prove people he can still do it, and dropkick connects. Now, guys, remember, this is a first of 5 finishers, so what we may indeed be seeing, although it's not guaranteed, is each superstar perhaps waiting to get 3 finishers stored up. Deathlock with a reversal. Russian leg sweep connects. And Deathlock, ground grapple reversal for Rat connects. Deathlock backing up. Ratlock backing up. He avoids him, and now Ratlock plays the cat and mouse game. Jawbreaker connects. Deathlock misses the dropkick. And these two exchange reversals, and Ratlock got a finisher reversed. So I was wrong about Ratlock storing up 3, although Deathlock has, courtesy of Rat. This is a huge opportunity for Deathlock. And there is not one. Not yet. Ratlock misses the boot. Backing up. Yep, definitely would have been called. But Rat stays away. I believe we even heard the applause. I may be wrong, but I think we heard applause from the AI audience, and I'm sure in the Twitch stream as well. A lot of entertainment, and somehow, someway, Ratlock still up the ramp practically is able to reach Deathlock. Ratlock has great history with the ramp. Just ask the Hardcore Sacrifice main event. He rolls in underneath the bottom rope and gets in. And all of a sudden he's a heel. He's a heel. Deathlock just waiting on the outside. Says, hey, we've got all night. We're on the network. Who cares? Hey, fans want to see this. They don't care if it goes over 3 hours. The timelines may say that it does, but these people just want to see some good wrestling. That's what we talk to some of the fans, and that's what they want to see, and they want to maybe see a Deathlock guy or two as he gets 1 finisher to take a lead. We have a couple of people in the Twitch stream advocating for being Deathlock guys. Ratlock, the longtime veteran, 5 years to Deathlock's 2. Ratlock just sizing up his opponent. Irish whip reversed. Ratlock now hangs on the apron. In the ring, misses the dropkick. Will Deathlock go for the finisher? He did not, or actually he did, but Ratlock just able to clip the hands that Deathlock was coming towards him with. A beautiful dropkick into the outside goes Deathlock. I have a feeling we might be seeing Ratlock follow, but Deathlock rolls in the ring. Rat misses the jab. Deathlock with a German suplex, and I could be wrong, but that might be the first German suplex we saw Deathlock do in this match. And I don't think Ratlock did use any in this match 5. He's just asking a question about ring escape. Deathlock with 1 taunt. Oh, Ratlock just able to try and jab off the opponent. Leg lariat there connects for Deathlock. Shouldn't say death. He's not in the tournament, let alone the finals. Deathlock with a clothesline to the back of the head of Rat. And now he begins to complain. As Ratlock would say, wham, wham, wham. Although I think Ratlock might really be the one crying if Deathlock gets this win. It isn't the elimination one, but it's going to put the icing on the cake nearly. Ratlock with the big boot. We are guaranteed to go beyond this match and to a game 6 at least. Ratlock with another big boot. Both men with 2 finishers, but Deathlock leads it 1-0. Make it 2? No! No, do not make it 2. Make it 3 in terms of what Ratlock has in store for Deathlock. Stomp to the back, missed. Ratlock goes for a finisher and gets reversed. Deathlock has a signature and 2 fins. Now make it 3 fins for Deathlock. Fatigue weighing in. Deathlock at one knee, just trying to catch his breath. He does, goes for the pin. Shoulders down, and he lets go. Backing off of that. Smart move from Deathlock. Deathlock goes for the finisher. Ratlook with a reversal. Ratlook. Shout out to Pepsi Killer with the spam text messages. Pepsi, one of Ratlook's disciples, set to be in action later on tonight where he defends his Intercontinental belt. Ratlook gets another finisher reversed. Going the distance, one of these two men must. And you got to wonder, as long as you can see this match beginning to take, you almost have to wonder, I mean, what could losing this match do to one of these guys? Just all the energy that they're putting in to winning this game 5. Deathlock picks up Ratlook, and it's 2-0 for Deathlock. It's not 3-0, but Deathlock was trying to make it that. Ratlook misses the big boot. Deathlock with the right hand. The magic number is 3 for Deathlock. He's got 2 stored. Ratlook to the outside. Will Deathlock follow? I don't think so. Maybe not yet. Oh, Deathlock went for it. Ratlook can hit finishers on the outside. That was a smart effort on Ratlook. So can Deathlock. He has 3. And he's looking for 3 wins in total. 4. It's 4-0 Deathlock. Deathlock is 1 finisher away from getting a clean sweep in the first of 5. What? Oh, taunts? You should have 2 left. 1 left. Oh, I see what Deathlock's doing. I think he's trying to get that extra finisher secured. Deathlock got a targeting issue. Oh, man. I'm sorry, dude. I'm trying to move around as best as I can for you guys. 1 finisher for Rat. 2 finishers, no. Ratlook did hit 1, but Deathlock now has 3. And Ratlook reverse. By the way, whichever one of you guys wins, just pin the other in the ring, please. Now Ratlook goes for 2, no. Deathlock is 1 finisher away from taking the 3-2 lead. No! I thought he had it. I really thought he had it there. Deathlock to the outside. Oh no, Ratlook made a mistake. Deathlock, wow, I'm surprised Deathlock chose not to go in the ring. I mean, Deathlock's got a bit of wiggle room now that he's given himself in this match. I don't know how much he'd like to stretch it. And again, I mean, Ratlook is literally fending off this 3rd win for Deathlock. Ratlook with 2. 4-2. And Ratlook. No. Ratlook got another finisher reversed. Deathlock with the opportunity to win the match. No, big boot. Deathlock to the outside. Drops down. Now I'm beginning to somewhat ponder on the strategy of Deathlock. I don't know that I'm actually aware of what he's trying to do. He's getting near the announce table now. And he goes for his 5th and final taunt. Ratlook! Oh, and Ratlook missed. Ratlook missed the movie hit every time he tried it before. And he's been given the 5th finisher. Get in the ring and get the win. Deathlock wins it. Oh, come on. All right, so either way now, Deathlock leads it 3-2. We're heading to go inside Hell in a Cell as we're about to begin our 2nd hour here of the BFG, or I should say our 2nd hour of Collision Course. What an opener. And game 6 we do go to, 3-2. Deathlock is 1 away from his first ever Battle for Glory All-Stars tournament victory in his first ever tournament he's entered. So game 6 is Hell in a Cell. We're going to proceed to the lobby, just so you guys know. So again, the Superstars will proceed to the lobby. Sure, just pick your guy and well, yeah. The only reason why I say is because yeah, just go get your water. Guys, just so you know, if you're just now tuning in to the EIF Network, you're seeing the Battle for Glory All-Stars Tournament finale. It's Game 6 right now. Deathlock has 3 wins. Rallic has 2. So if Deathlock wins this match, this series is over. Deathlock is the Battle for Glory All-Stars Tournament champion if he wins here. And they always say the 4th win is sometimes the hardest to do. Also, don't forget, you're watching Collision Course here on the EIF Network, the EIF's 5th annual Collision Course pay-per-view. Coming up next, after this series, our first of 5 championships is going to be defended, starting out with the Intercontinental Championship, our top mid-card prize. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. Got a little scared at first. It is Hell in a Cell confined. Let's see what the outside dives do in this one. All right, Game 6. An elimination match, the first one of this tournament finale. Ratluck, are you ready? Deathlock, are you ready? Ding, ding, ding. Here it is, guys. Do or die for Ratluck. Deathlock. Ratluck is just really kind of trying to tour the ring now with footwork. And Deathlock gets reversed to get Rat on the board first in this matchup. Ratluck has fought, through tooth and nail. I mean, he had to beat his own disciple, Pepsi Killer. He beat Legend Killer. Ratluck has had a tough path. And people say arguably the toughest path in the entire BFG. Beat Hostile in the quarterfinal. I mean, Legend Killer, Hostile, Pepsi Killer, that's not an easy slate. Certainly not trying to take anything away from Deathlock either. Ratluck does not want to see it all end here. Deathlock won his previous Hell in a Cell match in round 1 against Prof Jag. Ratluck goes for the big boot and gets it. 46-0. Ratluck could very well be forcing the second ever Game 7 in the BFG, as we're now, as I said, in the second hour of Collision Course. First hour plus dedicated entirely to this Battle for Glory All-Stars finale. And hey, I mean, it's a hell of a finale. If you've been watching all the matches, you can't say you're not entertained. These have been solid back and forth matches. There has not been one match that somebody has entirely dominated, although Ratluck has certainly had that dominant start here to Game 6. This is where Ratluck needs to dig deep. I mean, he's got to find those extra reserves to be able to send this one to 7. Deathlock, reverse, no, belly to belly connects for Ratluck. Deathlock, ground grapple reversal. Jab misses. Ratluck goes to the dropkick. Deathlock, big boot, reversed. Ratluck reversed. And finally, Deathlock with a zigzag. My goodness. A taunt for Deathlock. Ratluck picking up Deathlock from behind. What a clothesline to the back of the head. Comes to the back, Deathlock avoids it. Irish whip, Deathlock goes into the turnbuckles. Ratluck misses his first grapple, he'll back up. Smart move. Wow, look at this momentum lead, though. Ratluck could be looking to make it a very brief Game 6. He could very well be on his way to 7. One more move, and he's got a finisher. No, he hasn't gotten it yet, and he has it. Ratluck misses the slap. Scoop and slam connects Rallick picking up Deathlock from behind. Deathlock with an elbow. Drop kick to follow up. Deathlock picks up Rat. And back suplex connects for Deathlock. Yeah, you see no weapons at all. I mean, you've seen them, but no weapons being used through 6 games. Just some great in-ring technical wrestling. With occasional